Hi everyone, welcome to New York City. We are overlooking the Upper West Side of Manhattan. We're up on the roof deck right alongside Central Park is directly behind me. It's absolutely breathtaking. Hey Jennifer, I'm missing comments. I apologize. Jamie's here. Hello Lauren. I am along Central Park West on the Upper West Side, so Central Park is directly behind me and you're facing west. This is facing New Jersey, although I'm in Manhattan. This is the Upper West Side. It's about 7:45 p.m. give or take. It's 84 Fahrenheit. I have not moved yet, but this is the roof deck of the building that I'm moving into in October, give or take. It's 84 Fahrenheit. I can see you, Naples. Yes, I can. You got throttled, though, in my earlier Periscope. It's 84 Fahrenheit, which equates to about 28.8 Celsius. Lauren, great to see you, Lauren. And yes, right straight away is New Jersey. This is the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Let me just orient you as to where we are. So this is all the Upper West Side of Manhattan. We're in the West 80s. Central Park is directly behind me. So let me give you a view of Central Park. Let me give you a view of Central Park. Hold on, I'm going to go around the roof deck just to orient you as to where I am. You can see there's people having wine. There's a bunch of people up here enjoying the views. So here's Central Park. I am very grateful to be moving into this building in a couple of months. This is going to be the building that I'm moving into in October. So this is your view of Central Park. That's the Central Park Reservoir. No, I will not, Gemma. This is the Central Park Reservoir. Thank you, Lady Lucas. Hi, Nancy. That's Fifth Avenue. So those buildings are lining Central Park on the other side of the park. That's all Fifth Avenue. This is the Central Park Reservoir. It's also known as the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir. That reservoir back in the 1970s was quite dirty and filthy. It was polluted, and Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, she raised a lot of money through her wealthy friends on Wall Street and through the art community, and she worked with the city of New York to clean that up, and they named it after her, so it's known as the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir. Français, comment ça va? Je vais bien, merci beaucoup. So I'm very grateful. I'll actually be moving into this building, and Central Park is going to be my front yard. And those buildings that you see on the other side of Central Park, lining the park, all of that is Fifth Avenue, and that's what you're looking at right there. Lovely girl, welcome to Periscope. I believe this is your very first day. So the sunset is directly behind me. Hey, Bev from Boston. The sunset is directly behind me. That is the Central Park Reservoir, and those buildings lining Central Park on the Upper East Side, that's all Fifth Avenue. For those of you who might follow Vin Nolan NYC or Ron Waxman, they live in separate buildings, but they both live in that general vicinity on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. So I'm on the west side. Hi, Kansas. That's the east side. This is a 17th floor roof deck. This is a building right on Central Park. And I'll be moving into this building in a couple of months. No, I will not have these views of the park. I'm on a much lower floor, and I face the opposite direction. But this is the building that I'm moving into. My apartment's being renovated, and I'll be very excited to move in. So this is Central Park right here. You can see the reservoir off in the distance, and the buildings on the other side of the park that align Central Park, that is Fifth Avenue. So that's what you're looking at right there. Just a breathtaking view this evening in New York City. It's about 84 Fahrenheit, and that equates to 28.8 Celsius. I don't have my watch on. It's approximately 8 p.m. in New York, give or take. I saw Marty earlier on today. Marty lives further in Midtown. This is the West 80s in New York City along Central Park, and look at this sunset. So let's go back to the sunset. I'm trying to be very careful here. There's a bunch of people watching the sunset who live in this building, and the last thing I want to do is get them upset, so I don't want to block their view. I'm being very careful here in where I put the camera. So we're now once again looking at the sunset facing west. Scotland is in the house. Haley, good to see you, Haley. I don't know, I just showed you Central Park, Haley. I don't know if you saw it. Now there's a few people I'd like to recognize who are on this Periscope. Naboul from France. Naboul periscopes the south of France, Saint-Tropez, Cannes, and that entire area. So Naboul, if you're still on here, please put up some emojis. I'd also like to recognize Jamie from Texas. Her username is Jamie_G13. She does breathtaking sunsets. There's Naboul from the south of France right there. Give him a follow to see beautiful sunsets out of Saint-Tropez over the Mediterranean Sea, Naboul. And Jamie_G13, you can see her with all the emojis with the hearts and the flowers. She does breathtaking sunsets over Texas. So you might want to give those folks a follow if you're enjoying these sunsets. you'll love their Periscope broadcasts as well. We are in New York City. I just showed you Central Park, which is directly behind me. We're on the roof deck. On a roof deck on Central Park West. I'm in a building complex on Central Park West overlooking the Upper West Side of Manhattan. I will be moving into this building in October. I do not yet live in here, although I do own an apartment here, but it's being renovated, so I cannot move in yet. So I will continue to broadcast out of the Columbus Circle roof deck that you're used to seeing, but tonight we're on a different roof deck. We're on Central Park West. Mexico, hola, ¿cómo está? Yo estoy bien, gracias. Está la ciudad de Nueva York. And that is the only Spanish I know. Red Fox, always a pleasure to see you. Just a breathtaking sunset over New York City. I am not on Instagram at all, so I am not on Instagram. It rained yesterday. Yes, it did in New York City. I'm doing well, Faraz. How are you, sir? I hope you're enjoying this breathtaking sunset. This is the Upper West Side of Manhattan. We are in New York City. I showed you Central Park just about 2 minutes ago. The renovations just started last week, so it's going to be about 6 to 8 more weeks at a minimum. Hey, is that Audie? Welcome, Audie. Welcome to New York City. You can see this is all the Upper West Side of Manhattan. It rained in West. Yes, the New York City area got soaked yesterday. Once again, let me take you to Central Park. There's your view of Central Park. Did Marty just join? Marty, look at my new front lawn. This is for Marty. Marty, this is my new front lawn, effective in hopefully by October. There it is. I will not face the park. Anyone that has an apartment facing Central Park paid millions upon millions upon millions upon millions of dollars for their apartment. I do not have this view. I do not have this view for my apartment. I do have this view from right here up on the roof deck. There's the Central Park Reservoir. And again, on the other side of Central Park, all those buildings you see that are aligning the park, that's all Fifth Avenue. That's the Upper East Side of Manhattan. I'm on the West Side. Oh, I've been streaming on YouTube all last week, Trevor Trash. Go look at my YouTube replays. I live stream on YouTube actually more than I do on Periscope. You can see my live streams on YouTube. Marty888NYC, please put up some emojis so people can follow you. Marty888NYC is a phenomenal periscoper out of New York City. He does walking tours several times a week, almost every day. I recommend you follow Marty. I'm waiting for him to put up some emojis so I can more easily point him out to you. There's your view of Central Park. I will miss it, Vitaly. I will miss that roof deck. So once again, this is Central Park in New York City. The sun is setting directly behind me. We're going back to the sunset in 1 minute. Now the roof deck to be on is, see my neighbors across the street? They have unobstructed views of Central Park. That right there is the roof deck to be on. There's Marty888NYC with all the hearts. Give him a follow. He does phenomenal walking tours throughout the city each and every day. The museum, the Metropolitan Museum of Art is on 82nd Street and 5th Avenue. If this building, if this penthouse were not in the way, I would be able to show it to you. But this penthouse right here is blocking the museum. It's on the other side of the park. I am on YouTube. I actually live stream more on YouTube than on Periscope, but I just started live streaming last week. This is across the street. This is also another residential building, and their roof deck is not obstructed. So you see how my views here, you can't see Central Park because these are all the penthouses. So my views of, I have obstructed views of Central Park, but this building across the street has unobstructed views of Central Park. You can see all around the park from that roof deck. It's phenomenal. Let's go back to the sunset. Climb over the penthouse. If Mary climbs over the penthouse, she will be promptly arrested and thrown in jail. Let's see. It's New York City does, Haley, but upstate New York has a lot of hills and mountain ranges. Long Island has some hills as well. And I'm sure Westchester does. This is the sunset over New York City. This is the Upper West Side of Manhattan. Yes, indeed, Focus Zone. I will be moving into this building in October. And you're looking at it right now. This is I have a full access to this roof deck because I do own an apartment in this building. I just have not moved in yet. Now guys, I have to tie my shoelace, so I am in a quandary. I need to tie my shoelace, and what do I do with the camera as I tie my shoelace? Hold on. Guys, bear with me 1 second. Hold on. I have to tie my shoelace. Hold on. Hold on. I'm tying my shoelace. Hold on. I am tying my shoelace. Hold on. Hold on. I'm tying my shoelace. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okay, hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. I had to tie my shoelace. Now, when they gave the latest Periscope update, they took away the local time, so I cannot tell you what time it is. Marty can tell us what time it is in New York. My guess it's right around 8 o'clock, maybe a little bit past 8 p.m. I can tell you, Haley, you're too funny. We're on the 17th floor roof deck. I can tell you that it's 84 Fahrenheit, 7:51 p.m. Okay, thank you, everybody. 7:51 p.m. in New York City. 7:51 p.m. It is 84 Fahrenheit, and that equates to 28.8 Celsius. This is the new roof deck. I am moving into this building in October. The only reason I cannot move in right now is because my apartment is being renovated, so it's unlivable right now while it goes through renovations. So I'm still living in the Columbus Circle area on the roof. Usually you are familiar with my roof deck periscopes for those who follow me, and I will continue to periscope from that roof deck until I can move into this building. But yes, this is indeed the new roof deck that I'm moving into. No later, hopefully no later than October. I am not going to have to pack. I hired an interior designer, and she is going to take care of all of that for me. There are high-profile people that live in this building. Now, I'm going to tell you someone who lived in this building. This is a very sad story, and I would never share this with you if the person were still here. There was a famous director who was in the news recently because he passed away. His name is Jonathan Demme. Jonathan Demme won the Academy Award for Silence of the Lambs. He also directed Tom Hanks in the movie Philadelphia. He's a very famous director, an Academy Award-winning director. He lived in this very building, and sadly he died last month. If that did not happen, I would never mention his name because I would protect his privacy. Yes, very sad. The building was very sad to hear that, and he lived in this building. Yes, it was on the news. Indeed. I talk fast. Andy, I am a New Yorker. It is in our blood to talk fast when we're in New York, but for you, I will try to slow down. Pete, do you guys see Pete in Florida? Pete in Florida is a phenomenal periscoper. He's based out of Florida. He does breathtaking sunrises out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, in that vicinity. I want you to give Pete a follow if you want to see breathtaking sunrises right along and over the Atlantic Ocean. He stands right on the shoreline of the Atlantic Ocean in Florida, in the vicinity of Fort Lauderdale. Give him a follow. I'm still waiting for him to put up some emojis so you can see who I'm talking about. Well, thank you, Jamie. There's Pete in Florida. If you're enjoying this sunset, wait until you see Pete's sunrises over Florida, right along the beach. It's breathtaking. Tudor, great to see you, sir. Tudor, I think I did follow you on YouTube, by the way, Tudor. I am following you on YouTube. There's Nabul. We spoke about Nabul earlier. Marty, too funny. Marty made a very funny joke. It's very difficult to ask New Yorkers to slow down or to talk more slowly. That is like almost asking the impossible. There are aircraft that fly over the Upper West Side. We're just not seeing any right now. And I hear a helicopter. I hear a helicopter, very common sight. Helicopter over Central Park. Let's go back to Central Park. I hear the helicopter, but I don't see it. Yeah, there it is. There's the helicopter. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. There's the helicopter. Oh, that swipe function, I know it's extremely frustrating. So let's go back and take a look at Central Park. And here's your view of Central Park. There is Central Park right there. That is your view looking over Central Park. No, that helicopter is either taking people from or to the airports, or taking them to or from Atlantic City, New Jersey, or to and from the Hamptons, or it could also be a tourist helicopter just taking tourists over Manhattan. It is expensive to live in Manhattan. There's no doubt about it. This is Central Park. I actually ran, literally I ran to this building today from my apartment in Midtown Manhattan by Columbus Circle. I entered the Columbus Circle entrance of Central Park and exited the park right diagonally across the street from this building, and walked in, said hello to the doorman, who I'm still getting to know here in this building, checked my mail, because I do have mail coming here already to this building, and then came up here to bring you this breathtaking sunset, although right now we're looking at Central Park. Very busy day today, Haley. Extremely busy for a Sunday. Yes, I saw Marty earlier today. The New York City Scopers tend to bump into each other every now and then, and I did see Marty earlier today. Marty is a phenomenal New York City periscoper. You should all be following him. He does walking tours each and every day, or almost every day, throughout New York City. Dave, good to see you. Focus Zone is here. We've got a great crowd here today. I hope you're enjoying these views of Central Park from the roof deck. This is my front lawn, effective hopefully by October when I move into this building. Once again, those buildings on the other side of Central Park, aligning Central Park, that is all Fifth Avenue right there. I am not a tour guide. I work down by Wall Street in communications, but I am not a tour guide. Oh yes, how could we forget Joey? Joey from Brooklyn is a phenomenal periscoper. I have a feeling Joey will pop on here soon, unless he's away for the holiday. No, not all apartment buildings have roof decks. Not all apartment buildings have roof decks. Many do, but a lot don't. Yes, happy 4th for all those in the United States of America celebrating the 4th of July holiday. I wish all of you a very happy July 4th holiday. You're looking at Central Park. The sun is setting directly behind us. We're going to go back to the sunset in a few minutes. Your dad worked on Wall Street. Excellent. That's the Central Park Reservoir that you're looking at. You'll switch places with me. I appreciate that offer, Boogies, but I'm going to stay right here in New York City. Lady Lucas, how do I? Oh, they'll deliver them. You just go grocery shopping online and they'll deliver them, or you can go in person and have them delivered as well. Or if you don't buy a lot, you can of course carry it yourself. How close is this to Wall Street? Wall Street is about 6 or 7 miles to the south, so it's not near where I am right now. The Central Park Zoo is on the southern part of Central Park. You cannot see the Central Park Zoo from here. I'm facing northeast. That's the Upper East Side, so the Central Park Zoo is further to the south. Yes, this particular building does indeed have a co-op board. You cannot buy into this building unless you are interviewed, fully investigated, and go before the co-op board for a co-op board interview. And then only after that, if you're approved, can you go into closing and actually purchase your apartment. You are correct. But not all buildings are co-ops. Many are condos, but many are co-ops, and this particular building that I'm living in is a co-op. EJWJR, thank you for being here. Have a great evening. We're now facing directly west. The sun is setting over New York City. That is facing New Jersey. I don't know how clear you can see off in the distance, but on the other side of those skyscrapers is New Jersey. There's a river called the Hudson River, which you cannot see from this viewpoint. And on the other side of that Hudson River is New Jersey. Correct. Is that the DC? The DC is correct. You do not have to go through a co-op board in a condo because it's run very differently. If you own in a condo, it's just like buying your own house. You don't have to answer to anybody. But of course, if you have loud, wild parties, then you would get in trouble for that. Yes, indeed, Nabul. Was being allowed onto the roof deck part of your I wanted to live, it was a lifelong dream of mine, Haley, to live not only in Manhattan, but to live alongside either Central Park West or Central Park South, or along the Fifth Avenue side of the park. And I never thought in a million years I would be able to find or being able to live in a building that's right alongside Central Park. So it's a dream come true. And I want to tell you, if it happened to me, it can happen to you. So never, ever, ever give up on your dreams. Dave is 1000% correct. Let me tell you guys something right now. I come from a middle-class family. I am not some extremely wealthy person. My parents had no connections, middle-class family, and look where I'm moving into. Look at this. Look at this. So if this can happen to me, just hard work, save your money, and if this can happen to me, I am telling all of you right now, this can happen for you whatever your dreams are in the world. So just keep positive, work hard, stay true to yourself, and you too can achieve your dream, because I am now having this park as my front yard, and I am only telling you this to encourage you to never, ever, ever give up your dreams. Never. So let's go back to the sunset. Let's go back to the sunset. Haley, I appreciate you. Haley was one of my first ever Periscope followers, way back, going back to 2015 when the app first launched, and she has been one of my loyal followers ever since. So I am forever grateful to Haley. She is an amazing, amazing person, as are all of you. Is Solange joining you? Solange! Hey, Stephen, good to see you. Lady Lucas, I've seen her. Lady Lucas is back, yep. Nabul, do you guys see Solange? Solange does phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal, Periscope broadcasts out of Israel, in Jerusalem, Russia. Privyet, spasibo for joining. Solange is currently in Rome, and she is broadcasting throughout Rome, Italy, and I think she was featured, which she well deserved, by the way. Congrats, Solange. I want you to follow Solange. Right now she's in Rome, Italy, giving incredible tours of Rome. I'm waiting for her to put up some emojis. But she lives in Jerusalem, and you can imagine the historic sites to Periscope from in Jerusalem. She is phenomenal. I think she just hopped off. Oh, she just hopped back on. Solange, I'm mispronouncing her name, I apologize. Solange, please put up some emojis. She was featured today or yesterday. Well deserved, by the way. I'm waiting for her to put up some emojis so you can follow her. She does phenomenal tours out of Jerusalem, and right now she's in Rome, Italy, and she's giving tours out of Rome. She's phenomenal. Gonan, do you use Periscope from Tel Aviv? Do you know Solange? There's Solange with the hearts and the Israeli flag. Give her a follow. She's incredible. Someone just said they're from Tel Aviv. Do they Periscope from Tel Aviv? You should definitely meet up with Solange when she gets back to Israel. She's in Rome right now. Hey, Travel Click, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in the house. Well, thank you, Pete. I thank all of you. You guys are amazing. Gonan, definitely you and Solange definitely should do a meetup, because she is Periscoping all the time out of Jerusalem, and if you're scoping out of Israel, I'd love to see your tours as well. Ms. Steedman, the apartment is undergoing renovations, but this is indeed the roof deck of the building that I am moving into. I'll be moving into this building hopefully no later than October. For those just joining, we are in New York City. We are in the Upper West Side of Manhattan. We're alongside Central Park. Central Park is directly behind me. We're facing straight away west. We're looking at a breathtaking sunset over the Upper West Side of Manhattan. It's 84 Fahrenheit right now. Well, thank you, Solange. It's 84 Fahrenheit, and it is 28.8 Celsius. It's just a breathtaking day in New York City. You could not ask for a more beautiful day. Have I just... yes, Lady Lucas, I have an interior designer that's actually taking care of all of that for me. I don't go to Broadway shows as often as I would like. Marty 888 NYC, who broadcasts a lot out of New York City, he's actually on here watching. He goes to the Broadway theaters very often. Thank you, Jamie. Guys, I don't scope to be featured. I scope just to bring you the beautiful sights and sounds, although I do appreciate your support and your kind words. T-Bear, good to see you. Yes, Solange is in Rome, Italy right now. She's doing phenomenal tours of Italy. Give her a follow. Let me show you Central Park one more time. There's a lot of people on this roof deck, so I want to be mindful of where I'm going. I don't want to put the camera on them to protect their privacy. And right there, I work down by Wall Street in communications. That's Central Park. That is the Central Park Reservoir, and those buildings aligning Central Park on the Upper East Side, where you're looking at, is all Fifth Avenue. That reservoir is very popular with tourists, New York City people and joggers alike. I go jogging around that reservoir several times a week. Those buildings aligning Central Park across the way, all of that is Fifth Avenue. For those of you who might follow Vin Nolan NYC and his roof deck periscopes, or Ron Waxman and their roof deck periscopes, they live in that vicinity on the Upper East Side of Manhattan. I'm on the West Side. Alabama in the house. You're from California. Welcome, California. You're looking at a breathtaking view from the roof deck overlooking Central Park. We're on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. The sun is setting directly behind us, and that is Central Park directly across the street. I'll point the camera down so you can see the street. That's Central Park West. That street right there is Central Park West, and this is Central Park. That is the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir, but those of you who live, I'm moving into this building in October. This is a co-op building. I'm up on the roof deck. I currently live further in Midtown by Columbus Circle, but I'll be moving into this building in October. I do have access to this roof deck because I already purchased in the building. I just haven't moved in yet. I started to say this is the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir, very popular with joggers. It was named after Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis because she helped clean this up. This used to be polluted back in the 1970s, and she worked to clean it up with the city of New York. She raised millions of dollars and helped the city of New York clean that reservoir up, so they named it after her. It is now called the Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis Reservoir, but New York City people refer to it just as the Central Park Reservoir. No, I am not a billionaire. My apartment does not face the park. My apartment faces west. Look at this sunset. Let's go back to the sunset. Let's go back to the sunset. Someone asked about the temperature. It is 84 Fahrenheit. That equates to 28.8 Celsius. So once again, 84 Fahrenheit, 28.8 Celsius. Marty, if you can give me a time check, we'll get the time. I used to be able to see the time right on the Periscope broadcast, but with the latest update, they took the time off. So I don't know what time it is. I know it's after 8 p.m., but it's 8:06 p.m. Thank you, Dave. 8:06 p.m. in New York City, 84 Fahrenheit, 28.8 Celsius. Indeed, KGB, very hot today in New York City. Yes, Travel Click, there's going to be a massive fireworks display on Tuesday night. I will not be periscoping the fireworks, but there's no doubt in my mind there'll be a number of New York City periscopers who will be scoping the fireworks, so stay tuned for that, and no doubt you'll be able to see it. Yes, Solange is on this Periscope watching as a viewer, and she is currently in Rome, Italy, doing phenomenal tours out of Rome, so give her a follow as well. For those just joining, welcome to New York City. We are on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, facing west, looking at a breathtaking sunset over New York City. Off in the distance, that sun is actually setting over New Jersey. We're facing New Jersey, but we are in Manhattan on the Upper West Side. Hey, Lady Lucas, how are you? I missed your comment, Lady Lucas, but I saw that you're on here. Good to see you, as always. Was I on last night? I did not scope last night, but I scoped earlier today from street level. I gave you a little tour of Fifth Avenue. I took you to the Trump Tower, Central Park South, the Columbus Circle, and then I showed you the New Year's Eve ball. Do I like my new apartment? Solange, my new apartment is very tiny. It's almost half the size as my current apartment where I live. So it's much smaller, but you saw what my front yard is going to look like. I'm right on Central Park West, so it's a dream come true for me. And as I said earlier to the viewers earlier, if this could happen to me, that I'm able to move into this building overlooking Central Park, I promise all of you, you can achieve your dreams as well. Never ever give up on your dreams. Never in a million years did I think I would be able to live in an apartment. My apartment does not face this view. I'm on a much lower floor, but I never thought I would be able to live in an apartment with Central Park as my front door. And if it happened for me, guys, I'm just telling you, it will happen for you. Never, ever, ever give up on your dreams, ever. Because if this can happen to me, you can do whatever you want with your dreams as well. Trust me. Just keep positive, never give up, work hard, and you too can achieve your dreams. Let's go back to the sunset. Hey, bull trolls don't bother me. We're New Yorkers. We have very thick skin in New York. Nothing bothered. We've seen it all, believe me. Never, absolutely, Lady Lucas. You cannot see the Freedom Tower from here because it is about more than that. It's probably about 6 or 7 miles to the south. We're facing west. The Freedom Tower is about 6 or 7 miles to the south. As you can see, I do not have a view facing south. That's another apartment building, so I cannot see south. I can face north. This is all of New York City. That's the Upper West Side of Manhattan, which is where we are. Hey, Tudor, thank you for being here. I'm following you on YouTube, Tudor. And there is our sunset that is now setting over New York City. Absolutely. No, I don't think so, Focus. I'm on an AT&T signal right now on an iPhone 7. No Wi-Fi on this deck. You have to use your phone data signal. I literally jogged here. I entered on Central Park South, the 59th Street Columbus Circle entrance. I literally ran along the bridle path, the horse path on Central Park, got off at the exit that's closest to this building and came in, checked my mail, said hi to the doorman, and here I am bringing you this Periscope. '84 Fahrenheit, 28.8 Celsius. It's about 8:15 p.m., give or take. Approximately 8:10, 8:15 p.m. in New York City. Well, thank you, Dave. I appreciate you. Come visit us, DJ. Everybody should come visit New York City. Earlier today, I did give a walking tour throughout New York City. We went on Fifth Avenue. Oh, I had a very late lunch today, so I'm not going to have dinner. I had a very late lunch, which was delicious, with a very dear friend of mine. What made you change from scoping to YouTube? I'm also scoping, live streaming on YouTube, so you're more than welcome to follow me there on YouTube as well, Mary NYC1. Yes, the Hudson River, you cannot see the Hudson River from this particular roof deck, but it's right behind these buildings is the Hudson River, and then on the other side of the Hudson River is New Jersey, and that's where you see the sun is setting. You live near Poughkeepsie. Excellent. Yes, Marty. Jamie said the same thing, Marty. She seems to like this roof deck better as well. I'm surprised. I thought you guys would like the roof deck where I currently live better than this particular roof deck, but I'm glad you're enjoying it, because come October, this is the only roof deck I'll be able to scope from. You live in New Jersey. Well, we're waving to you in New Jersey. Hello, New Jersey. I am in New York City along Central Park on the Upper West Side. Central Park is directly behind me, and I'm facing west. Let me show you Central Park. Let's go back. I'll show you Central Park. No, I'm not in Chelsea. I'm on the Upper West Side. Chelsea is further downtown. Here's Central Park. Let me show you where I am. Here's Central Park. We're on the Upper West Side. That's the Upper East Side. Across the way is the Upper East Side of Manhattan. I'm on the Upper West Side, and this is Central Park. That's the Central Park Reservoir that we spoke about earlier in the broadcast. And this, those buildings aligning Central Park on the Upper East Side, all of that is Fifth Avenue. So that is Fifth Avenue directly across the way, and this is Central Park. This is Central Park. Unfortunately, this is the only view of Central Park I can give you, because as you can see, there are penthouse apartments blocking the rest of the view of the park. So there are people living in those apartments. There was a very famous movie, which I did not see. The opening scene, an actor named Matt Damon was playing the piano in a penthouse, and it was in this penthouse right here. So there was a movie, I don't remember the name. The opening scene, Matt Damon was playing a piano overlooking Central Park, and it was in this penthouse. That's where that was filmed. New York City is not overrated. It's the greatest city in the world. You should come visit, Joe. You'll see that personally. I have a college friend who grew up at 89th in Lexington. That was across the way on the other side of the park that I just showed you. That was further on the Upper East Side. Scotland in the house. You used to live in New York City. Come back and visit, Joe. You're from Taipei. I can't talk. You're from Taipei. Welcome from Taipei. Scotland in the house. Welcome to New York City. Yes, Tribeca is awesome. I love Tribeca. Pennsylvania is in the house. Welcome to New York City. Mexico, hola, ¿cómo está? Yo estoy bien, gracias. Está la ciudad de Nueva York. That's the only Spanish I know. Hace sol. I know how to say that in Spanish as well. Central Park was, oh, I missed that. It fell right off the screen. Yeah, Joey must be with family. It's a holiday weekend here in the United States. Many people have off from work tomorrow and on Tuesday. Tuesday is a national holiday in the United States. It's our celebration of our birthday, America's birthday. Our Independence Day is on July 4th, so there'll be lots of fireworks displays on Tuesday night. Wisconsin in the house. Well, thank you, Sunshine. I'm glad you're here. Columbus, Ohio is in the house. Everybody's in the house. Pennsylvania in the house. Oh, Solang, I am loving your periscopes out of Rome. Enjoy the rest of your vacation. Thanks so much for stopping by. Dubai. Welcome, Dubai. Salam, Dubai. Salam. Hello, Focus Zone. Yes. Did I go to any festival today? No, I did not. Oh, the sun is starting to set now, going behind the buildings. Thank you, Pete. Thanks for stopping by. Pete in Florida, phenomenal periscoper. Solang 0547, another incredible periscoper. Give them follows. They're great. Atlanta is in the house. All true, Pete. I look forward to your sunrise tomorrow morning, weather permitting. Pete does sunrise scopes right off the Atlantic Ocean in Florida. Your Spanish, my Spanish is better than your English. El Sol. Brilliant, si. Merci beaucoup, Nebu. Merci beaucoup. 241 years old, America will be on Tuesday. That is true, our Independence Day. Washington, D.C. is in the house. What is my favorite New York pizza restaurant? Mike, I don't really have a favorite. There's a few local places where I live that I like. But I think the better pizza now is in Brooklyn. I really do. I'm hearing that from everyone I speak to. Hey, Tudor, thanks for stopping by. Have a phenomenal, phenomenal evening. Let's go back and take a look at Central Park. There are not mountains in the New York City area, but there are indeed mountains in New Jersey and upstate New York, yes. That is where the sun is setting, that's New Jersey. Let me show you Central Park. There's Central Park. There it is. This is Central Park. Look, the moon is coming out. Do you see the moon? When you get caught between the moon and New York City, right there. You live in Jersey City. Excellent. I used to work in Jersey City, but not anymore. Yes, Nabul. Nabul, I loved your fireworks broadcast that you did, I think, a week or two ago. Nabul does beautiful Periscope broadcasts from the south of France, and he also does live streaming broadcasts on YouTube. Billy Joel lives in Long Island, New York. This is Central Park. This is Central Park. I'm zooming in. There's the Central Park Reservoir. That is the Upper East Side across the way. Those buildings are lining Central Park. On the Upper East Side, that's all Fifth Avenue. I'm on the Upper West Side, but you're looking at the Upper East Side off in the distance. You want to visit Asbury Park. You're a big Springsteen fan. Excellent. Do you know Bruce Springsteen, to this day, every once in a while, he'll just go into a local bar in New Jersey with his band and he'll just do like a mini concert. He does that every now and then when he's in town. I am in the West 80s on Central Park West. I am on Central Park West in the West 80s in New York City. It is 84 Fahrenheit, which equates to 28.8 Celsius. Of course you have to visit New York City's Sweet Cinnamon. That goes without saying. Everybody must visit New York City. Hunter College is on the east side. I'm on the Upper West Side. Hunter College is on the east side, I believe on East 69th Street. I'm in the West 80s, so I'm across town from there. Sungold, who won the ball game? Welcome. No worries, Jimbo. No worries at all. Thank you for being here. You almost got hit by lightning. Sungold, be careful. You own the old Stanley Theater in New Jersey? You do? That's awesome. It's my pleasure. Australia, thank you so much for being here. I'm a Jerry Seinfeld fan as well. Jerry Seinfeld used to live a few doors, not this building, but a few buildings. Was it this building? Yes, Jerry Seinfeld actually used to live in this building right here, but he has since moved out. I am on the Upper West Side of Manhattan in New York City. We're on the Upper West Side, facing west, looking at a breathtaking sunset. I am on an Apple iPhone 7 on an AT&T signal. Miracles won with the help from Tim Tebow. Oh, excellent. That's the minor league team, right? Kelly Ripa lives in Tribeca. She used to live on the Upper West Side, not too far from here, but she has since moved. She now lives in Tribeca, as I understand it.
I think that you couldn't see it.
Tribeca is further downtown. Here's another view of Central Park from the roof deck. That is Central Park right across the way. That's the Central Park Reservoir.
Exactly.
California in the house. 89th and Lex is right around that direction. 89th and Lexington Avenue is further east in that direction where I'm pointing. Yes, this is the roof deck of the building that I am moving into in October. I live in this, I purchased an apartment in this building. It's being renovated, so I cannot move in until the apartment is renovated. But I do have access to this roof deck because I am a homeowner in this building. I currently live full-time by Columbus Circle. I'm just panning around to show you the Upper West Side. This is New York City. This is the Upper West Side of Manhattan. No, very much alive, Nate, and I would ask that you please behave yourself. And at least pretend to be the gentleman that I think I know you are, Nate. Yes, this is Central Park, right here across the street, right here. This is Central Park, right there. That is Central Park. Right there. That is the reservoir, very popular with joggers and tourists alike. And this is Central Park. Those buildings, yes, Sun Gold, I will be moving into this building in October. My apartment's being renovated, so I'm still living in the Columbus Circle area, but this is the building I will be moving into. These buildings aligning Central Park on the Upper East Side, all of that is Fifth Avenue. You're here for the Flat Earth comments. Well, that's interesting. I hope you enjoy the views of Central Park in the meantime. I thought you moved down to Tribeca, son. She used to live on the Upper West Side, but I think I read that she moved to Tribeca, but heck, I could be mistaken. So let me continue to check out the sunset. Oh, the sun is almost set now, so let me go ahead and give you one last view of the sunset. So I'm going to zoom in, and here it is. There is what's left of our sunset over New York City. This is New York City. We're on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. I just showed you Central Park. Now we're facing west, overlooking what's left of our sunset. You can see the sky is around the sun is now becoming pinkish. It's just breathtaking. Yes, I hope I don't drop my phone either, so I'm 17 flights up. This is an Apple iPhone 7 on an AT&T signal. Oh, Grace, thank you for the kind words. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. The World Financial Center is about 7 miles to the south in that direction. This building right across the way is blocking the Freedom Tower, so you cannot see it from here. Thank you, drummer. Howard Stern lives on the Upper West Side, not too far from here, actually. He's in the West 60s. I'm currently in the West 80s right now. Jamie, thank you for being here. Right now it's 84 Fahrenheit, 28.8 Celsius. There are other people up on the roof deck enjoying this view as well. I am not putting the camera on them to protect their privacy. Yes, that aircraft is heading into Newark Airport. Newark Airport is in New Jersey, which is that way and to the south. Or it's possible, I could be mistaken, that aircraft also could have just taken off from New York City's LaGuardia Airport, which is in Queens, and could just be heading out. So it either just took off from LaGuardia Airport or it's coming in for a landing at Newark Airport. There's several busy airports here in the New York City area. You have LaGuardia Airport in Queens, New York. You have Newark Airport, which is in New Jersey. You have JFK Airport, which is also in Queens. And you also have Teterboro Airport, which is a private airport, which is based in New Jersey, which is also a very busy airport. Sorry, camera's shaking. Let me settle down. Nabul, you have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Merci beaucoup for joining us, Nabul. Yeah, Newark. Well, Newark is very close to New York City, so it's very convenient. JFK is only also about a 30-minute drive out of New York City as well. Marty is telling Nabul to go to sleep already. It's very late, or very early, shall we say, in France, which is where Nabul is. St. Louis is in the house. Welcome, Nabul. Welcome, St. Louis. Good night to Nabul. Oh, the sun is setting now, guys. It's almost gone. The sun is almost gone. Correct. Ian is absolutely correct. MacArthur Airport, which is the airport my sister uses, is out of Ronkonkoma or Islip, Long Island, in that area, which is not too far from the Hamptons. Australia in the house. Dallas in the house. California in the house. Nabul, I love your broadcasts both on Periscope and on YouTube. Please do not stop broadcasting. You're awesome. Jim, thanks for stopping by. Alabama, welcome, Alabama. This is the tail end of our sunset. Brooklyn is in the house. You were walking in the sun and the rain earlier, where you got the best of both worlds, fallen angel. Look at that amazing cloud setting behind the sunset. The sun is really quickly setting now. Hey, Florida, welcome, lucky man. You're catching the very, very end of this. Oh, Lady Lucas, I don't worry about those numbers. I just focus on bringing you good quality broadcast. It has nothing to do with the numbers. It has to do with quality. But I do appreciate your comment. Hey, New Jersey, I'm waving to you because that sunset is right over New Jersey. We're on the Upper West Side of Manhattan, but we're facing west, so we're facing that sunset over New Jersey. Thank you, Lady Lucas. I did not move yet, but I am moving into this building. This is the building that I'm moving into in October. I still live by Columbus Circle, but I am moving into this building in October. I'm just waiting for the renovations on my apartment to conclude. Well, thank you very much, Ian. I appreciate you being here. Well, there goes the sunset, ladies and gentlemen. It is just about behind the horizon now, heading to California. So all of you California scopers that are on here, I fully expect you to do a sunset in a couple of hours, because the sun has left us here in New York and it's heading your way. Are you going to a Broadway show? I don't think Broadway shows operate on Sunday night. I work down by Wall Street in communications. I work down by Wall Street in financial services industry, but I work in communications. Oh, Jamie, you're too kind. Everyone should follow Jamie as well. Jamie does beautiful sunsets out of Texas. Yes, they will, fallen angel, absolutely. So let's go back to Central Park because the sun has set here. So let me show you Central Park one more time. Okay, son, you do that. Yes, I did a scope earlier today. I showed you, it was on ground level though, as I walked along Fifth Avenue, took you to Trump Tower. I showed you St. Patrick's Cathedral from the outside. Then we walked along Central Park South. This is Central Park West, but earlier today we walked along Central Park South. I also showed you the New Year's Eve ball and Columbus Circle. And that was earlier today. And this is the beautiful views of New York City. This is Central Park, and I think we're going to leave it right here and wrap it up here because the sun, let me just show you one last time. You can see the sun has basically set. So what we'll do here is leave you with this beautiful view of Central Park. So I want to thank all of you so much for joining. I have to get back to my other apartment now where I'm living full time because I haven't moved into this building just yet because my apartment's undergoing renovation. So I need to head back to Columbus Circle and head back to my regular apartment because I haven't yet moved into this particular building. But as I started to say, I want to thank all of you so much for joining. We always have such a great group on here. I appreciate all of you. Haley, thank you. Thanks for everyone. Appreciate all of you. And I'll try and be back in a couple of days and we'll do another scope. We'll see where that leads us. Until then, take care. For those of you in the United States, I want to wish all of my fellow Americans a very happy July 4th holiday. And until then, I wish all of you throughout the world a great evening, a great weekend. Have a great week, and bye for now.